All right, good afternoon. We have some news coming in, 2 p.m. I just want to basically go over the weekly price action that we get this week. All right, so if we go from a bigger picture, we start from the monthly chart. I mean, I'm on the 4-hour, but this is the monthly model. Hey, good afternoon, man. I'm good. How are you? How are you? You're doing well. That's gonna be pretty relaxed. I just want to basically look at the 2 p.m. type stuff. So I don't think it's gonna be a very long stream, but we're here. We're gonna look into. Good, good. All right, cool, man. All right, so that being said, this is 4-hour time frame that allow us to see the framework that I'm using right now on the monthly chart. It is a public one. Yeah, it's a public one. Yeah, underrated, right? It's all good, man. You know, is there two people? I'm gonna go for two. You know what I mean? It's all right. I don't look at the number. I don't really care. It's all right. Anyways, all right, let's get it. Um, you get the alerts or not? You get it, right? All right, cool. You're the only one. You're the only one. You're lucky, man. It's all good. You're the only one. One on one. Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm down. All right. So, this is funny, man. You don't get that anywhere, right? All right. For sure, I'm not trading because we got some stuff going on. If you start or I'm gonna show you that after. Yeah, I'll show you that after. I'm just looking at the monthly perspective at this point. This is the previous monthly FX4 model. So it basically plot the previous month as a box, right? It's pretty simple. And accumulation rate of the month, and you can see that there's a manipulation above the previous monthly high. And the price is 2467.50. And then we can see a starter distribution here on the sell side, rebalancing this overall price action that we got this month. So we're basically back to the monthly opening price, and we're back also to the previous month equilibrium, which is basically midpoint of that previous month, 23 to 13.5. This point's kind of like that, right? Isn't it? This is the body of the previous month right there. We can see some sort of like sell side taken on the low of the body right there. Nice fair value gap right there. Retest that. Boom. Going back this as a breaker. It run the way higher. Take that high. Boom. This is the weekly open of this week. So if you actually on the monthly setting, you can see the weekly open 23,795. That's the weekly open. So you can see that that's pretty solid reaction over there. It's an order block. So a lot of sell side imbalance over there, right here, and it's in the upper quadrant of the previous month. I don't have the quadrant on that, but so match a big figure. I like it. I want to see if this flow has been taken over there. Let me see real quick. It's been taken then already. Okay, cool. Yeah, because that low here in this one, just curious. Okay, this one I haven't taken, like this small box that imbalance here. Yeah. This is our current daily low that happened on the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. And we got the 6 p.m. 4-hour candle that actually created the high of the day right here at 2345.5, 6 p.m. What are we doing right now is we're basically rebalancing this midpoint of the actual daily range. You can see we're close to 7% of that EQ of the day. The daily, weekly, monthly is bearish at this point. So institutionally speaking, pretty bearish like that. As I said, I'm not gonna trade that. Okay. Because it's unused, right? So I don't want to be part of that. But I want to basically look at what's gonna happen. So this is the weekly chart. Basically, like the weekly open that we have right here. If I switch on this layout, this is the weekly open right here. So that reaction that we saw in the 4 hour is basically right here. This is our previous weekly range from the 8th of August, my birthday, and basically the 17th of August on Sunday. So this is our current week. Okay. Large, lot of sell side taken this week. Pretty good. Pretty good. Reach for up. Is my mic fine or what? Because on the monitor it sounds like terrible. I don't know what's gonna happen here. It's a lot of noise and weird. It's all good. All right. 0.5 standard deviation of that accumulation rate of the week. Around 2360.75. This is our 1 p.m. open, 233.5. So that buy side right here has imbalance above. Mitigation block on that low here. Midnight open here. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I want to see the daily too, because this is like basically the 1 hour on the weekly setting. If I go to daily, we can see the details a little bit more. This is our daily high right here. It never like basically offer any higher prices this day. Daily low at 1045. Change the state of delivery here as rebalancing this inefficiencies. Going back for 0.5. The price right here to rechange the accumulation for distribution. Price is above 1 p.m. right now, but yeah, like these things you cannot really like that news that's coming in. Like you're not in a position to like engage on that. And I'm being honest, so because that's a manual intervention, so like you don't really want to be jumping into that. But I kind of like see a lot of buy side here, as we also have an imbalance at this area here on the previous weekly range, or the actual weekly range, like on the previous weekly low, kind of. You look at this right here and all of this. A little bit of buy side imbalance here, specifically on that 115 low. Yeah, I will not be a buyer on that, not gonna lie. But there's a probability that price is reaching for that if, there's injection or something. All right, so that's kind of cool. I have my idea on NQ on what's gonna happen. Just said I want to be engaging on it. So, but I still collect the experience by being here. So let's take a look at ES real quick. If you look at the weekly, monthly here on ES, we didn't reach for the monthly open price, which we did on NQ, 6359.5. That's the opening of the month. So if you look at the Nasdaq on that, you see we actually below the monthly open. So that itself is 100% SMT. Okay, cool. So if we look at Euro USD just for fun, the cool thing is I link my symbol on that 3 layout here. So I have the ability to basically switch and, daily open here, daily highs and side. The PM opening range just open right now. I might have to just like basically open a new layout for it. And I'm not going to use the volume. Let's turn that on. Damn, that's a large opening range on the AM session here. Look at this. Very, very large. So how's everybody doing? We don't. I think there's like 3 person that chatted in here. Like everybody's doing well. Out of curiosity, out of curiosity, you guys are basically just monitoring the market. What you guys are doing? Guys, if you're looking for a signal or anything like that, I'm not gonna be taking any trade anyway. So you're a little bit sick. Damn, dude. Not good. Not cool. I wish you're gonna be better soon. How long have you been trading? 9 years now. Three left. What do you mean by that? This can be removed. I don't know what happened here, but That's the question you asked many times, man. I've told you, like, you have to study the Judas swing from ICT. It's gonna explain you the manipulation in a deeper manner. So, 5 people left after you said you won't be taking. Yeah, that is bye. You know what I mean? I don't care. It's a classic. Seeking for the next train. I'm not a signal provider, man. Bro, if I was, I would be very rich about it. I'm not doing it. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna sing this to you. Yeah, most people that actually basically, take signal, they are looking for somebody to make the mistake for them so they don't have to blame themselves. Hopes everyone is well. Yeah, I'm good. Hope you're doing well too, man. I went through the old, basically, price action that we've got on the NQ on that monthly perspective. So far, man, like it's one of the best month to to skip. Not gonna lie, and I understand why. Haven't traded a lot this month. Not gonna lie, you know, haven't traded a lot this month, and that's just to be, just the truth. Took three to trade on the whole month. Yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty much what I have to. That's a smart play, man. That's a smart play. I mean, look at this 9:30 open. That's a solid move. That's a solid move. That's a pretty solid move, man. You know, I just decided to show up. I wanted to basically, talk with you guys and see what's going on. Waiting for September. Yeah, that's a smartest play, man. Not gonna lie. If you're doing that, it's great. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back. Like it's either that or you're basically just, I don't know, compounding losses. And that's pretty not really fun, right? September famous to being a weak month. Sure, but it's gonna be better than the August. The cool thing about my model is it adapt pretty nicely to the volatility. So let's say you have a small day, right? You have the framework that absolutely adjusts based on that. So I short from the 9:30 first presented fair ready gap. So that one here was pretty good move, but it's a solid move. Like this is not efficient, man. An NQ you said, right? Or yes, maybe. I think it's NQ you said. I'm not sure. Let me see. Yes, real quick. Where is it? Oh, it's pretty. Why is not there? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know why it's not there for some reason. It's got some missing data. Yeah, we don't have the 9:30. So like 9:29, 9:31. Let's see that. It's 1 minute missing. That's probably why the script didn't trigger the AM opening range. Interesting. I'll look into that. I'll just take a note about it. I think that's pretty important. Literally 1 minute missing, dude, and it all fuck everything. Oh, this is nice. Look at this. 0.5 deviation right there. Again, retaking that sell side here. Some type of news today, right on Euro USD potentially. Yeah, it's the same thing everywhere, but it just depends, right? Got a PM first presented fair value gap here, and that's the one that we have today on a Euro USD. It's a little bit above that AM one. Interesting. Going back for the quarter, that AM potentially. Yeah, there's 20 minutes before the FOMC type meeting stuff. Might be able to listen if it's live. I'm not sure if it's live or not. Let me see the Federal Reserve live stream. Let me see. Let me see. They don't have any planet streams, so yeah. Okay. This is pretty solid here. SMT with a yes. Absolutely, yeah. We saw that. If we look at the monthly chart right there, but basically this is the 4 hour, but that's the monthly framework, and we're basically back below the monthly open price. And if we look at ES, we're basically above that, like a lot. I mean, not too bad, but we're still above it. Which on its own is, which indicator is this? That's my FX4 model. I can share the link if you want. It's a free indicator. It's the one I've built the last 2 months. It has a lot of cool thing in there. Pretty simple. This is not a signal type indicator, right? It doesn't like give you a signal like some of the indicator does. Like this is a framework. It's basically very simple stuff. Very simple stuff. But it, help you frame a little bit where price is. Let me see. Oh, so ES actually took that high. Let me see right here. We're very close from it. I like this 10 to 15 minute. I see that big picture, and that's pretty good visually. Yeah, try it if you want. No, it's pretty good indicator. It's the one I've been using for years now. Just the new version has been reworked a little bit and adding a few stuff that were missing on the previous version with 2 degrees. So a few open price, which are critical in looking at where price is relative to these. Got daily, weekly, monthly, previous period that's been showing up. Accumulation range, which is basically 1/3 of a range. Um, the deviation of that range specifically, like these, and these are dynamically showing up based on price reaching for them. So you can see right there we reach for 1.5 minus 0.5, and 2 is basically in standby, but it didn't reach for that, so it's stay like very small here. And as you can see, there's nothing on the positive side, so just to reduce visual distraction, so that's pretty good. I have the 0.5 positive over there. And if price, let's say, reach for that, it's gonna basically unlock the next one, and pretty cool. The pre-market session is little box right here. I kind of like see this as a checkpoint, like when you play that Mario Kart stuff, you have like a quick checkpoint, oh, you can keep going that checkpoint. And the cool thing at that is basically in between the 5 a.m. kill zone and the New York kill zone, some sort. So is this opening time is important? I only know it's the 8:30 to 9:30. Yeah, just because it gives you an idea where price is relative to, let's say, midnight open or 6 p.m. or the actual opening price of the hour, which is 1 p.m. It also gives you the daily highs and low, basically, right here, and the daily high right here. And you also have these on the table. So daily high 6 p.m. 23.45. Daily low at 10:45 at 23.035. Oh, we're back above the monthly open here. There's few mechanics on that. It's pretty good. And you can change your name right there. Like I use my own, but if you want, you can. I saw some student basically put it in their notes over there, like their bias or something. You can utilize that little text box to put whatever you want. Obviously, it's pretty flexible. All right, that high has been taken here. That's nice. Got 15 minutes before the 2 p.m. I don't think it's gonna be a long stream, but just wanted to show up, see if everybody's doing well. And also like doing streams, so It's 10 p.m. here. I'm out for the day. Hope you have an amazing rest of the week. You too, Green Man. See ya. Hey, good night, man. Thanks for coming in. All right, so we're kind of like waiting for the 2 p.m. FOMC meeting minutes. It's kind of like just a little meeting type stuff, but I just want to see if there's any type of volatility over there, which could be interesting to see. We got these high right here. Your residence? What does that mean? You want my address? You want to come to my home? Sorry about that. Just move the mic a little bit. Country? I'm living in Canada. I'm a Canadian. Yeah, I'm a Canadian. The maple syrup guy, man. The maple syrup guy. That shit's pretty good. If you never try, it's the best play, man. Do yourself some cool pancakes and drop that syrup on that. It's pretty good. The cold country, man. I mean, at this point, like in summer, it's not bad, but in winter, man, holy. It's next level cold, dude, sometime. That's why I like to move in other country in winter. Not a big cold enjoyer, man. Even if it's good, it's pretty good, but it's cold, it's cold. All right, so we're in the macro 150s, 2 p.m. coming in. There is this high now. That's looking pretty good. Move to Australia. It's I know some people over there, and they told me it's pretty good. They told me it's pretty good. They told me it's pretty good. On the 4 hour, yes sir. Look at the 4 hour here. Yeah, when this candle close, right? This imbalance is gonna be pretty good. What do you focus the most if you were starting over? Back testing, forward testing, watching ICT. I've answered this question this week on some of the folks in my group, and I would 100% find somebody that has pretty good experience so I can, you know, actually rely on somebody that actually go through that type of stuff, right? Um, if I read what I said basically so I can tell you a little bit better on because that took me a little bit of time to just basically explain in a good way, right? But so I said I will establish a plan. Without a plan, you can do anything, right? So that's basically the main idea of having a plan. It's like if you don't, let's say, right, we're starting from scratch and you want to build a house, right? Like, if you don't have a plan to build that house, it's maybe gonna be a little bit of cluster shit, right? It's maybe not gonna be the one you visualize or having in your mind because it's a lot of work, and there's a lot of components and stuff. Like I kind of like see the journey the same way. Like you have to build uh, some type of foundation and some type of house. So like if you don't have a plan, automatically you're just doing whatever random stuff. It's just not gonna be the best, right? So the plan will be simple. What I can achieve, what can I achieve on a daily basis to collect the missing experience? So like since I don't have experience, let's say, right? What can I do to collect that experience and accumulate that over time the best as I can without even trying, just doing it, right? So 100% I would find a mentor or somebody that has the experience I'm looking for, like or just a base role model where it's somebody that actually achieved kind of like where I want to go, right? So that helped a lot to set your tune and set your stuff towards that kind of like goal or whatever you can call that. I said I would stay open for any type of errors, so Obviously, if you're just started, you must be open to do errors, right? You're gonna be doing errors 100%. It's like a new employee to a job or whatever. Like if you give him like the task of doing something, it might happen that the task is not good, or it's just like bunch of errors, right? It's normal. It's just like you just started, so I would be open for that kind of stuff. Like I would basically understand that there's 100% potential errors that can be done, right? What else had I said? Obviously, I would focus on learning experience rather than a self-destructive experience. That makes sense. There's a lot of people, man. They're just burning themselves all the time for no reason. Like just the fact that you show up, right? Just the fact that you show up in front of the chart, it's pretty good progress. Just perception of success or perception of doing something good is maybe not attuned. So mm, I would focusing on my journal as much as I can, because if you don't have a journal, like human beings have tendencies of missing a lot of things. So like if you start a nice journey, it's pretty good to basically do a journal of daily basis and just basically type everything you've done that day in a positive way. Collect that as much as you can. Then over time, just read it again, right? You know where you started from. Look, if I look at my own journal, which I'm not gonna show you, but if I look at my day one, man, I've done a lot of progress since day one. I tell you right now. There's a leap over there in between. Journaling is one of the most important thing in my opinion. Just like it's not easy to achieve that skill. It's a skill too, right? It's like the same thing you're doing with trading, but it's another skill. There's a lot of skill you can reach for in trading specifically. Um, I also said, I would keep a side job or something that I would basically rely on for paying my bills. So like I would not rely 100% on trading for paying my bills at the beginning if you just started, because what it does is it basically apply a massive pressure on your process, and that can collapse if you put too much of that pressure on top of it. It makes sense, right? So, if you don't have any money, like zero at all, like I would keep a job on the side. It can be a partial time job. Like it depends on what you want. Depend of your lifestyle too, right? Obviously, those people that are stuck in that large lifestyle and low income, it's pretty painful sometimes, I believe. So 100% I would keep something to actually pay the bill other than trading, which is not the thing that people want to hear, but it's fine. It's part of the process, man. When you're ready to do the transition, you're gonna be proud and happy about it. Um, what else I said? I said a lot of things, man. mm, Cut out the negative from the life entirely. So, if you want to rise, you gotta cut everything that could potentially destroy your vision or your dreams. Because obviously, negative thoughts is always trying to take over. But, so I would cut the negative as much as possible. Like if you, let's say, have friends that always tell you, man, you're not gonna do that, they just, so there's two way to cut that. Like either you don't speak to your friend about what you're doing, which is pretty good too. So that just basically let the door close for that type of commentary from these people that actually not doing what you're doing. Or I would just basically, cut the root source of it, which unfortunately sometimes some people has to go, right? So negative is negative, right? You don't want to be close from that. Need to cut a negative wife. There's 40-second here before that potential move. Um, what else, dude? That's a great question because I like to put a little bit on light on that. Yeah, I've said many things, dude. Just that was a great answer, man. As I mentioned too, like for me, Michael from ICT was one of the guy that was the mentor, the experienced person. We all learned everything from. So, have a lot of respect for him. And that guy specifically changed, my life entirely. So, that's maybe not him for you. That's maybe someone else for you. Like find somebody that you actually trust. So I did trust Michael for that, which helped me a lot on that. So, and one more thing, I would be closer to God because only Him can unlock everything. So, and I'm not talking about a religion, right? So I'm talking about nothing going on here. Yeah, pretty much that. Pretty much that. That's what I would do if I would start over. And I would study my ass like I did. It's not it's not easy, man. It's not easy. Nobody's ever said it's gonna be easy. 100%. If it was easy, everybody would do it, right? True. Great answer for real. Thanks. I appreciate, man. What's up, Jack? So I might be closing the stream soon. Just wanted to show up, see everybody's fine. We're gonna be live streaming soon, hopefully. Like I said, I haven't taken any zero trade this week. Not like so. I'm being honest. I just don't like that type of price action. So, which is fine. In August, you're basically preparing yourself for September. So that was also my birthday on this month. So kind of like just chilling a little bit more than anything. If you do trade today, like like at this point, kind of like want to distribute these three lows over there, but I would not like that really. Like I said, I'm not interested by anything right now in the market. Not gonna lie. It's like when I come to the chart, right? When I go into my chart like this, it's like if I'm going into a store and I'm looking at buying or selling something. And if there's anything that basically satisfy my desire, I'm not gonna engage on that. There's no way I can do. Like I don't need anything. So, but if there's something I like, just I'll take it. So that's it. But if there's nothing, I'm just taking nothing. So I don't know if we have any other question. Otherwise, I'll maybe close that right now. That was how many time it is? 47 minutes. Not too bad. That was fun. Quick show up. So no question. All right. So that's fine. everybody knows everything, you know. It's all right. I don't need to answer anything, anyways. Um, then we're gonna be back. I don't know. Maybe Friday. Maybe Friday. I'm not sure. Appreciate the info share. Thank you. Hey, welcome, man. You're welcome, man. All right. So have a good afternoon, guys, and we talk next time.